Well, Swipa, it was very interesting to see how Jamal Murray would respond to all the criticism, all the critiquing that we've been giving him over the course of these past couple games without Nikola Jokic. And Jamal Murray responded. Really big deal. It was very impressive to see what he was able to do. 27 points in a win against the Memphis Grizzlies, a hard fought win to get back into the NBA Cup. What did you take away from Jamal Murray's performance last night?
Look, I feel like I have been a very fair critique of Jamal Murray. I think I have been very high on him, top 20 player in the NBA after the title. I've
Yeah.
also been expecting that, hey, he needs to be an all-star. I thought he could be a third team All NBA last year going into the year. And Ryan Blackburn was like, I don't know if you're going to do it. So I think that Jamal Murray, he was playing like D'Angelo Russell level basketball to start the year off. And I think that's
Not
terrible.
good.
That's
Yeah.
not, it's not good enough. 17 points per game, 30% from three, and then also shooting 38% from the field. It's just not good enough. And so I did expect yesterday that Jamal Murray was going to have a bounce back game, and he did. Jamal Murray being able to put up 27 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds on 5 of 10 from three. That's what matters to me, that you're getting the volume up, that you're shooting the shot. Jamal Murray has consistently been one of the best shooters in the NBA, Ryan, since 2018-19, but he was
Yep.
shooting horribly to start the year off. And I truly hope, Ryan, he's found some rhythm within himself. He's found some confidence. And I hope that this is the start of more things to come for Jamal Murray.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit in the Russell Westbrook video, but the way that Russ was setting the table for him, allowing Jamal to play off ball a little bit more, catch and shoot, doing some things, not necessarily on the ball all the time, because that's a lot of responsibility. And yes, heavy is the head that wears the crown, that's for sure. But it is fair that when Jokic is here, he doesn't always have to do all of the creation, and he's kind of used to that a little bit more. I still think he's got to kick it into gear a little bit. There's still some things that I want to see from him. But again, it was just nice to see. You want to see him string some of these performances together. And this was a really good first step. 5 of 10 from three against the Memphis Grizzlies. He got to the free throw line. He shot, I think it was 10 of 20 overall. And then like the actual efficiency with which he played with, I think it was 6 assists to 3 turnovers, a lot better than the 6 turnover performance that he had in
Mm-hmm.
this last game, or the previous one. So really nice to see him kind of take that upon himself. I know he's feeling like some kind of way about it. He wasn't thinking like he knows that he was letting down the team a little bit. So hopefully this is a nice step back in the right direction.
Yeah, did you get a chance to talk to Michael Malone about that, or someone else asked him directly about Jamal Murray?
I did not get a chance. He was on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these struggles for Jamal, like it's a little bit hidden when Joker's here, right? Like
Yeah.
Jamal has these moments where he can get hot. He can score 10 points in a quarter. He can really carry sometimes when Jokic isn't scoring all the time. But most of the time he was taking advantage of the time that Joker was on the floor and then kind of able to use some of that attraction that Joker gets on his man and then Jamal's man and then being able to take advantage. I just think that this was a really good step. With 3 games without Joker, let's see how you do. 2 bad ones, 1 good one. We'll see if it's progress or if it's just an aberration.
Yeah. Well, look, really big games coming up. They got a cup game versus the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to play
Yep.
versus the Los Angeles Lakers, and then he's going to play
Yep.
against Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns in the New York Knicks. And I think those are really 3 good, hardy playoff teams. I think that those are teams that you can perform well against. It's going to be Jamal versus Kyrie and Luka, Jamal versus Austin Reeve and apparently Dalton Connect. And then it's going to be Jamal versus Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. This is going to be fun. And Jamal Murray has typically lived for big matchups. He's lived for I think the ability to be able to show up, versus these high leverage teams that have a lot of really quality players on it. And so
Yeah.
this is it. If anything, this is it. Like these matchups, the Boston matchups, the Suns matchups, like those are the ones he really lives for. Because there's somebody across the court, the Lakers, that people think is better than him, and that usually lights a fire in him. So I would love to see that. If I can see Jamal be aggressive and have stretches, and y'all, one of the things you're getting the right Jamal Murray. They're playing versus the Memphis Grizzlies the other night. Jamal Murray in the fourth quarter, 5 clutch buckets in the fourth quarter, 5 huge buckets in the fourth quarter, and all of them were self-created shots for the most part. And I love to see that from Jamal, and I want to see if he can carry that kind of momentum and confidence into the weekend.
There was one possession that he had against Jaren Jackson Jr., and he got switched on to Jaren Jackson a couple times where sometimes it didn't go his way. But there was one where he tried to move, it didn't work. He tried to move, it didn't work. And then he got downhill and like it looked like he was going to blow right past Jaren Jackson and then pulls up for a three after a really nice kind of like he was very precise with his movements. He was very precise with the actual shifting that he was doing on the court, the actual pull up. And I knew it was going down the moment that he did it. I honestly did. And you know it when you see it with Jamal. You know it when you see whether he has his legs under him, whether he's coordinated and connected, whether he's doing the right things, whether his mind's in the right place. You can see it visually. I believe it. So I'm very interested to see what it looks like going forward, if this is something that he can continue to do. But you saw it in that game against Memphis on Tuesday night, what it looks like, what the difference is between when he is connected and when he is not.
And you best believe that if Jamal Murray goes out here and puts on a hub performance versus Kyrie and Luka, you gonna hear about it, especially on this platform. If he goes out,
Yeah.
looks LeBron James in the face and says, "Remember me?" Bah. Say peace. One at 12, 1 out of 13. How about that? Take that 1 in 13, LA Lakers. And then he goes up against Jalen Brunson and gives them a masterclass because their defense can't cover. They can't cover you and me in pick and roll right now with Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. So look, Jamal Murray, he's gonna have opportunities. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he looks like. Joker, if he comes back this week, I think this is going to be a really good chance to get on a continued run for the weekend.
I will kind of wrap up with this here. This is like one game does not overwhelm what's happened. Jamal has started the season slow once again. He starts the season slow every year of his career. It's just like at this point, there's a level of unacceptable nature to this where Joker's been putting up 30, 14, and 12. The moment he goes out, things kind of fall apart. And this is what you're supposed to be there for Jamal. Like, I know that he understands that that's what his responsibility is, but there is a difference between understanding that and living it. And Jamal, I think, has to live those moments where, yes, it's nice to have Joker even when he comes back.
Yeah.
But asking him to do 30, 14, and 12 or whatever crazy numbers that he's throwing up on a consistent basis, it's just not fair. It's not fair to anybody. And I think that Jamal, if he wants to be the best version of himself, if he wants to be a player that is known for rising up in these moments, for being capable, he has to show that in the regular season as well. That's just what every great player does. It's not just saved for the playoffs anymore. It's for all of the tough moments during a regular season. And I think that he can do it. The question is, will he?
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it, y'all. Mile High Sports, what do y'all think? How do you feel about Jamal Murray's performance in the second game versus the Memphis Grizzlies? Are you excited to see what he does this upcoming weekend? And y'all, that's Ryan. I'm Swipa. Let us know in the comment section what you think. Mile High Sports. See you on the other side.